They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. Make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. All I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. I will an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you'll come and see me in the movie. Then I know that you will plainly see biggest film that ever hit the big time. All I gotta do is act naturally. All right, Billy.
There we go, Brian. We gotta keep going. See you later. Brian, keep going. Keep going.
Wait to the lady in the chair.
Around the tree. Oh my God.
He has a toad. We will be hunting for another one.
One time. One time.
It was a 90 degrees.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, see?
Ronnie called it.
Hey.
Are you staying out this way? Are you staying out here? Flag. Where's your other flag?
Oh, wait, left it on the table. Run.
Oh my Lord. You guys are like 80 people strong here. Then you guys will go.
There goes the neighborhood. Better get your house figured out. You got the next one.
Marvel Land! Woo!
Bob the Lobia. Say hi.
Hi. And Olympic moment was when my husband Ron was in the dunk tank and my mother was bound and determined to get him in that water. So she threw the ball. She couldn't do it, so finally she walked up to it and just went wham and dropped him right in the water. And who's gonna win the gold today? The country of Old Zonia. That's us. Okie doke. That's my husband, Ron, and me. All right. Who do you think's the biggest cheater?
I'd say my Uncle Ron.
Uncle Ron. Why do you say that?
I don't know.
And what's your favorite Olympic memory?
I don't know. It's only my second Olympic.
So it's going to happen today.
It's going to happen today.
And what about you, little man? You got to go in the jumping house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
You're eyeing it.
And how about you, Sweet Pea? You got to get in camera.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, Crystal, what do you think should happen to cheaters?
I think we should tie them to the tree, smother them in peanut butter, and release a wild animal on them.
Who do you think's the biggest cheater?
I think the biggest cheater in the Olympics here at Rozhon Olympics is Ron Mason. Ron Mason. Even though he is one-armed, he still cheats. I think it's the beer.
So what do you think should happen to cheaters?
Cheaters need to go in the dunk tank so they can get dunked for cheating.
And who do you want to go into the dunk tank?
My grandpa Ron.
Hey, what should happen to cheaters?
Cheaters should have to go streak around the whole obstacle course naked, and then they can come back and put on their clothes.
Hey, who do you want to see in the dunk tank?
My sister. Because?
She's a knucklehead.
Hey, what do you love being about a Rozhon?
Rozhon is family. We are very close. Our dads, I'm going to get emotional, but they brought a great sense of family. And as you can see, we've continued it. And this was put on by the second cousins, so that shows that Rozhons are family forever. The end.
Then, what's your favorite Olympic memory? Go you. So what do you think should happen to cheaters?
Well, seeing that I'm a cheater from the first games, which was in 1984 at Danny and Lorraine's house, I was called out by some bitch who told on me that I cheated. I froze my marshmallows in the marshmallow chip. But as you can see, how many years later, the cheaters become judges because we have a keen eye for looking for cheaters and no cheaters just by standing next to them. And that's that. The end.
So what do you think should happen to cheaters?
Well, if they're caught, they should be punished. And how they should be punished is tied to a bumper of a car and driven down a gravel driveway. But I do take cash. I don't take credit cards or checks. And I am a judge.
What does it mean to you to have your beautiful baby here this year?
I love that, this is a family tradition, and having Brooklyn part of this tradition is great. She's going to have memories for this the whole time.
Shane, I got a toad!
Hey, Rebecca, why don't you just riff on this family tradition?
So, if anyone is cheating, we've got a couple things that's going to happen to cheaters. One, we're going to strip them down to their underwear. We're going to put them in the field back there, and then we're all going to throw water balloons at them. So that's what should happen to cheaters. And I'm pretty sure, I think my favorite Olympic memory is when we were watching some of the videos of when we were young, and you get to see my grandpa with his siblings, the original 4, and I think it's such a special moment that they bring us all together. And it's fun to be all together having fun and spending time with each other.
So you have something to say about some cheating here?
Yes, past experience has shown that if your last name is Rozhon, you're a cheater. It's one of those where okay, you're supposed to get 5 points for this, but somehow they end up with 15. And I've seen several Rozhons go through and not even score right, but they all of a sudden their scorecard says 45. But there's only a maximum of 10. How do they do that? Do they get 3 tries, 4 tries, 5 tries? Or is it because they're bribing the judges? Notice the bribing of the judges. You will see. Now, I'm a judge today, and I can be bribed by beer, and that's not a problem. But I will also be very good at judging because I don't know why. I guess I've spent a lot of time in court, so I know how judges react because they're always after myself. And so I will be a good judge though. And this has been great.
Hey, so who do you think's gonna win the gold?
Me,
All right, why?
because I'm amazing.
Hey, so who's gonna end up in the dunk tank?
I'd like to see this man in the dunk tank, Papa Rizzo in the dunk tank.
And who do you think's gonna win the gold?
I'm winning gold this year. I'm taking the gold.
Who do you want to see in the dunk tank?
I think it should be Ron Rozhon. He needs to go in the dunk tank. He needs to get a little wet so he cools off a little bit better.
Hey, so who do you want to see in the dunk tank?
My grandma.
Ah, and what do you think about that?
We'll see. We will see. Do I get points if I go in the dunk tank?
I've heard yes.
Well, then I'll have to consider it, maybe.
What's your favorite Olympic memory?
Probably the time when a lot of the women froze the marshmallows with the golfing game to cheat.
Who do you think is the biggest cheater?
Michael, of course,
Why do you say that?
because he always wins gold. He has double the points of everybody else.
Your thoughts on this
Just want
event?
everybody to know that I will win the gold
Watch out for this one. She's a cheater, and she will be in the dunk tank later. And this one too.
What?
Dunk tank cheater, big
No,
time.
no.
She's going to the dunk tank.
No, he's on him.
Yeah.
This is the #1 person I want to see in the dunk tank today. If I get my wish, we're putting her in the dunk tank.
Okay, what do you think of the Rozhon Family Olympics?
Well, I'm glad we started back up again. It's a little quiet right now, so I'm waiting to see what's going to happen and what's going to be that one big thing that everyone remembers from today. Someone's going to do something crazy.
Who do you think's the biggest cheater?
Me?
To see in the dunk tank.
I would really like to see my father, Sam Rizzo, in the dunk tank.
Calling you out, Dad.
I thought she was taking our picture.
Why do you love being a Rozhon?
Well, I'm Faith Rozhon. This is my cousin Linda Rozhon. And there's something really special about the Rozhons, though, because when we were growing up, we went to so many parties within...
We were always together.
We were always together at Auntie Dolores' house for Christmas. And we're pretty special because we all get along pretty well.
They taught us very well.
Yeah.
To keep the family together.
Yeah, to keep the family. And that was Auntie Dolores, because Auntie Dolores had told her... I remember Aunt Dolores telling me her mother told her to keep the family together, take care of your brothers. And she did. She took care of her brothers. Yep.
What do you think should happen to cheaters?
Well, that's not my question.
Because I'm not a cheater. Look at this.
No, actually, my question is my favorite
Olympic memory.
memory.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to 1984 when I was her age in the first one. And it was Danny and his famous saying, "Yet."
That was Joe.
Oh, that was Joe. I'm sorry, it was Joe. No game. And then Danny's favorite saying, "White is right."
He also had another one, too.
Ballin'!
Yeah, I don't know what the other ones were. I was only 9 years old back then, so thank you.
What do you think should happen to cheaters?
This is James Rozhon, old Olympic medalist in the Olympics. If you cheat, you should be banished and thrown from the premises, bodily.
Want to see go in the dunk tank?
I would love to see my sister Trista go in the dunk tank. She's right there.
That's a no.
So what do you think should happen to cheaters?
I think that the cheaters should go in the dunk tank. For sure.
Who's the biggest cheater?
That would be my cousin Robin.
How you feeling?
It'll be amazing if I get this. It's very cold. You better not hit it. I won't hit it. We're gonna make sure we stay behind. How many throws does she get? 3.
3.
No. One more. Who's next? You'll get points deducted for that because I have to sit through another one. That's cheating.
Hold on.
Come on, Chris.
Hang on. Woo! Rizzo Shore, you got nothing. Boo! You throw like a Rizzo.
Sorry.
Everybody look out. Boo! Go home, Rizzo. Nice try.
Where's your sheet?
You can throw softball. You know why you're missing? It's because you're wearing a Wisconsin shirt. You're missing because you have a Wisconsin shirt on.
Oh!
Bonus points. Oh! Come on, Hud. That's not how I taught you. Oh.
Gotta get Daddy in.
Boo!
You just did it for the extra point.
That's right.
Your left hand down.
That's why I was feeling awkward, but it's
So
still feeling
take a
awkward.
few.
I don't think it's fair. I'm a lefty, and
Take
these
a
are
few
for
swings.
righties.
Shit, I could.
Hey, buddy, who do you think's gonna win the gold?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're not even gonna vote for your own family?
I want to get the gold.
You want to get the gold. All right. Hey, who do you want to see in the dunk tank?
I want to see my husband Bill in the dunk tank because he's been a very bad boy.
Why?
So I'm going to get him if he gets in the dunk tank.
We got some Penios here with some thoughts on the dunk tank.
All right. Who do you think you want to see get dunked, Sophia?
No,
Me?
no, Sophia.
Sophia, how about you?
No, me. Daddy.
Daddy?
No.
That would be funny, huh? All right.
What do you think should happen to cheaters?
I think anybody that gets caught cheating has to go in the dunk tank naked, buck naked, for all.
Hey, buddy, who do you think's gonna win the gold?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're not even gonna vote for your own family?
I want to get the gold.
You want to get the gold. All right. Hey, who do you want to see in the dunk tank?
I want to see my husband Bill in the dunk tank because he's been a very bad boy.
Why?
So I'm going to get him if he gets in the dunk tank.
We got some Penios here with some thoughts on the dunk tank.
All right. Who do you think you want to see get dunked, Sophia?
No,
Me?
no, Sophia.
Sophia, how about you?
No, me. Daddy.
Daddy?
No.
That would be funny, huh? All right.
Hey, what do you like being about being a Rozhon?
Well, you know, it's a great family and it's a great family tradition, and couldn't be more proud to be part of this family. We got a lot of good people, and it's great that we all get a chance to get together.
So who do you think's gonna win the gold?
Is that a real question?
I am.
There's really only one answer to that. Who's gonna win the gold? No, me! I'm gonna win the gold, of course.
And what about the dunk tank? Who's your thought on
Oh,
the
I think the
deserving?
hosts have to go in the dunk tank. If Rebecca doesn't go in the dunk tank, she's getting thrown in regardless.
What do you think should happen to cheaters?
I think anybody that gets caught cheating has to go in the dunk tank naked, buck naked, for all.
Dream that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday I wish upon that star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above that chimney top, that's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, in a dream that you dream of, once in a lullaby. Well, someday we should upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Trouble melts like lemon drops, high above that chimney top, that's where you find me. Oh, somewhere over the rain, way up high, in a dream of once in a lullaby. Thank you. It was super last minute, but I wanted to do that.
Oh, God.
What, laughing?
I didn't know there was I didn't even notice the bounce house.
Yeah.
Nobody's been in
Me and Ty. Oh, there were kids in it.